Archangel Michael says, tonight carries a weight heavier than the days before. The air is thick with silence, yet beneath it, something has been set in motion. A whisper comes not from the living but from the one who once walked with you, someone bound to you by blood, by memory, by love. The clock ticks louder, though time itself seems frozen, waiting for you to lean closer. You thought they were gone forever, yet their spirit hovers near, restless, aching to release a truth they could not say in life. Their presence is undeniable, and their urgency fills the room like a shadow you cannot ignore. You felt it, chills running down your arms without reason, a name echoing in your thoughts without call. This is no accident, no trick of the mind. It is a deliberate message, carried through realms, waiting for you to open your heart to receive it. They have tried before, through dreams, through sudden bursts of memories, but you dismissed it as imagination. Tonight, they won't allow you to dismiss it anymore. Their voice pushes through, trembling but firm, demanding that you hear them before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The warning begins with their pain, the sorrow of watching from afar. They've seen what others around you plan, the deception brewing in corners you cannot see. And they cannot remain silent any longer, for their love will not allow you to walk blindly into what waits. The truth is tied to your family, the very roots that shaped you. Bonds of blood do not always mean bonds of loyalty, and this departed soul knows it better than anyone. In life, they were silenced by others. In death, they've broken free to bring you what they withheld. You will remember moments when their eyes lingered, as though wanting to speak but pulling back. You will recall the sudden heaviness in their last days, as if carrying a secret no one else dared to hold. That secret is yours now, and it carries both danger and salvation. They are warning you because the same chains that bound them are creeping toward you. The betrayal they endured is not gone, it has passed down, hidden in the gestures of those who smile in your face yet strike in shadows. Type Amen to get blessing 444. This spirit does not come with hatred, but with sorrow deep enough to shake the heavens. They loved you too much to remain still as history prepares to repeat itself. What they see is not a stranger but someone close, someone you still hold in trust, weaving threads of deceit. Do not mistake their warning for fearmongering. It is protection, raw and unfiltered. They have walked through realms of silence, but tonight, the silence breaks, carrying their voice into your very soul. They want you to stand strong, to be unshaken when the veil is ripped away. Archangel Michael says, when a departed soul cries out, heaven listens and delivers their words with fire. You are being entrusted with knowledge no living ear has heard before. The world will not believe, but you do not need their belief, you need only to prepare your heart. This message is not just for your ears, but for your survival. Their memory aches, but their loyalty transcends the grave, and their truth will fall into your hands like fire in the night. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Each time you felt unseen eyes watching, it was them. Each time you felt the sudden sting of tears, it was their pain brushing against yours. They will not rest until you understand the depth of what they carry. They want you to know that your tears are not alone. That every time you whispered into the darkness, believing no one heard, they did. They carried your voice across the heavens and begged for this chance to warn you. They warn you of conversations whispered behind walls, of names spoken with venom in places you cannot hear. They warn you of promises made in false tones, meant only to trap and weaken you. The departed one, your family, cannot allow it to unfold unchallenged. Their love was never buried, and tonight it bursts through, demanding your attention. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The night carries their presence like a flame hidden in shadows. The air is not empty, it vibrates with a sorrow too sharp to ignore. Their spirit reaches closer, whispering warnings through every heartbeat. They want you to know something that was hidden when they lived. A truth wrapped in silence, buried under fear, and left untold in their final days. That silence breaks tonight because you are the one chosen to carry it. Their love has not died, it has only transformed into fire. Fire that now burns as a warning, urging you not to trust the hands that pretend to comfort you. Hands that belong to someone close, someone you never suspected. This message isn't a dream, it isn't coincidence. It is deliberate, written in the air around you, pressing against your spirit with urgency. They need you to pay attention before the clock runs out. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They show you flashes of faces, smiles that are not true, laughter that carries hidden poison. You know these faces, you've eaten at the same table, shared the same roof. Yet their eyes, behind the smiles, hold secrets that now rise like smoke. The departed family member knows the truth of betrayal. They endured it, and they refuse to let you repeat their fate. Their warning comes as both shield and weapon for you. Archangel Michael says, when the dead rise in voice, their words are sharper than steel. Do not dismiss what you feel tonight, for the Spirit speaks through the trembling of your chest. You are not imagining this, this is revelation. The message has weight, beware of the one who pretends to carry your burden but only waits for your fall. Beware of the one whose voice softens in your presence but turns venomous the moment you walk away. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Every word they send carries the scent of tears they never shed. They kept silent in life because they feared breaking the fragile ties of family. In death, their silence is no longer possible, and truth bleeds into your path. You will feel restless tonight, unable to sit still, as if shadows whisper your name. That is not fear, it is their presence pushing through to reach you. They want you to know before dawn breaks. There is a secret letter, a memory, a truth they left behind. It lingers in your home, in your family's words, in the very air around you. And it will reveal itself when you least expect it. They cannot rest until you know, and once you do, the pieces will finally fall into place. The betrayal, the lies, the false love, it will all make sense. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Their voice trembles with urgency, but also with love. They are not here to frighten you, but to awaken you. They want you to rise above the illusions surrounding you. They tell you that your strength was always seen, even when others tried to break you. They remind you of the nights you cried alone, thinking no one noticed. They noticed, even from beyond. The danger is real, but so is the protection. Their words tonight are your shield, their warning your armor. You are not walking into this battle unarmed. The ones who smile with false light will soon expose themselves. And when they do, you will already be prepared, because the departed soul has warned you in advance. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The night is heavy, and every second you remain here listening, their voice grows clearer. They press against the veil with all their strength, desperate to reveal what was hidden. You can almost feel their hand on your shoulder, urging you to hear every word. They say the betrayal that touched them still lingers like a curse within the family. It was never ended, only covered by silence, passed from one pair of hands to another. Now those same hands reach for you, waiting for the moment when you are least prepared. This spirit begs you not to ignore the signs. They beg you to see the masks worn by those you love, the ones who play their roles with perfection. You must see through the illusion before it swallows you whole. Their pain is still alive, but through it they send you love strong enough to break walls. Their warning is their final act of protection, their gift from the other side. Do not let it slip from your grasp. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. You have felt eyes on you when no one was there. You've heard your name carried softly when no lips moved. These were not illusions, they were signals, each one a fragment of this moment. They want you to know that nothing happens by chance. Your sleepless nights, your sudden chills, even the dreams you cannot explain, every piece was building to this revelation. Tonight is the night it all comes together. Archangel Michael says, this is no ordinary visitation. It is a crossing of realms, a moment written into destiny. When the dead speak, their words are not to be dismissed, but to be received as truth beyond truth. The departed soul cries not just for themselves but for you. They have seen your enemies plotting with smiles, and they cannot allow you to remain blind. They break the silence of the grave to set you free. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The betrayal runs deeper than you think. It is not just about money, not just about envy, it is about control. They want to hold you where they held your ancestor, to keep you bound by silence and obedience. But this soul shatters those chains tonight. Their voice is a fire that burns through deception, a sword that cuts through lies. You were never meant to inherit chains, you were meant to inherit freedom. The departed one speaks with sorrow, but also with pride. They tell you that your courage is greater than you realize. That you are the one chosen to finally end the cycle they could not. This warning is not meant to weigh you down, but to lift you into clarity. Every shadow you've seen, every uneasy feeling, it was their whisper guiding you closer to this truth. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. There will be a moment soon, a conversation that feels ordinary, but it will hold the clue you need. Listen carefully, for the mask will slip, even if only for a breath. When it does, you will know exactly who they were warning you about. Your loved one does not want you to wait until it is too late. They have seen the trap set before you, and they will not allow you to walk into it blind. Their warning tonight is your escape. Their spirit is restless but determined. They will not leave your side until you take their words seriously. They will keep pressing, keep showing signs, until you open your heart fully. This is more than a message, it is a rescue. A rescue written across the thin line between the living and the dead. And it has been placed in your hands now. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. The silence around you is no longer empty, it carries their voice like an echo from a place unseen. Every breath you take feels charged, as though the air itself waits for your response. Their spirit is closer now, breaking through the veil, determined that you do not miss what they've carried all this time. They reveal that the danger is not far away but already near. The same blood that once embraced you now hides a secret blade, sharp and waiting. Smiles disguise it, kind words cover it, but the truth is far more ruthless. Your departed family member cannot stand by and let history repeat. They lived through the pain of betrayal, and in silence, they suffered without telling you. Tonight, their silence has ended. They are warning you because they see you walking down the same path they once did. But you are stronger, and with their message, you will not be taken by surprise. Their truth has been passed to you as a shield. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. There is a reason your dreams have been heavy, filled with faces you thought you had forgotten. They were never random, they were signs. Each dream was their attempt to reach you, to prepare you for this moment of revelation. Their warning is sharp, yet filled with compassion. They want you to survive what they could not. They want you to rise where they fell. Archangel Michael says, "No spirit cries out in vain." Their voice carries the weight of justice, and justice will always find its way to the chosen heart. That chosen heart is yours tonight. You may feel a chill, a sudden tear, or a heavy breath, but know this is not fear. This is their spirit wrapping itself around you, pouring its truth into your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. They tell you to be cautious of the one who speaks too softly, who offers comfort yet hides intention. They tell you that every gentle hand is not always a safe one. Some hands reach only to take, not to give. Their message presses harder now, weaving through your thoughts like a flame that cannot be put out. They want you to open your eyes, to be alert, and to trust the pull in your spirit. The pain they endured is not just their story. It is a warning of what could become yours if you ignore this. They do not want you to repeat their ending. They want you to choose a different path. This is why they've come tonight. To shake your heart awake, to pull you from the edge of a deception so carefully disguised. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. You are not alone in this battle. Their spirit is your ally, their love your armor. Even in death, they fight beside you, unseen but never absent. They show you glimpses of the truth, conversations hidden in shadows, papers concealed, agreements whispered where you cannot hear. But they have heard it all, and now they bring it to you. Their sorrow is that they could not protect themselves. Their redemption is that they can protect you. Their voice is their redemption tonight. The message is heavy, but it is also a gift. They are entrusting you with the truth so that you will not fall where they once fell. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The air around you trembles as their voice grows stronger, no longer just a faint whisper but a steady call. You can almost feel them standing near, as if their spirit has been waiting for this very night to finally speak. Every shadow in the room feels alive, carrying the weight of their unspoken truth. They remind you of the moments you ignored the signs, doors creaking without cause, sudden chills when no wind blew, and dreams that repeated themselves with faces you thought you'd forgotten. None of these were accidents. Each one was their attempt to warn you before now. Their warning sharpens into clarity, Be careful of the ones who act closest to you. Family ties can sometimes weave the deepest deceptions, and theirs is the voice of proof. They want you to see before the mask falls away too late. They tell you not to run from this truth. They tell you to hold it, even though it feels heavy, even though it burns. Because this truth will be your protection in the days to come. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. They whisper of gatherings where your name was spoken, not with love but with calculation. They describe the way decisions were made without your knowledge, the way plans were written in silence. These were not strangers, they were people you trusted, people who still smile when they see you. Your departed one shakes with pain as they reveal it. They had once been caught in the same net of deceit, silenced by loyalty and fear. But they refused to let you suffer that same silence. The betrayal moves like a shadow, creeping closer every day. But they are here to light your path so you do not stumble into it. You will not be blind, because they will not allow it. Archangel Michael says, truth revealed from beyond is not to frighten but to awaken. And tonight, your soul is being awakened to a reality others tried to keep hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You may feel your heart racing now, and that is because the Spirit's urgency presses into your very chest. They need you to listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. The message is not just sound, it is an imprint on your soul. They tell you to stay cautious of false comfort, of promises spoken quickly. They warn that not all tears you see are real, and not all hugs are meant to hold you up. Some are designed to weaken you slowly, until you no longer stand. Their truth is sharp but born of love. They reveal these things because your survival depends on it. They will not let you walk unprepared into the hands of betrayal. The time for secrets has ended. Tonight, they pour everything out because you were chosen to carry their voice forward. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. They show you flashes, an object hidden in a drawer, a conversation interrupted when you entered the room, a look exchanged between two faces you thought you could trust. These flashes are pieces of the truth, scattered like broken glass. You have seen them before but dismissed them as coincidence. Tonight, the Spirit tells you they were never coincidence. They were warnings, each one more desperate than the last. Their presence surrounds you now with both sorrow and fierce love. They are not here to scare you, they are here to guard you. Their energy clings to you like a shield, one that will not let you fall. You are not as unprotected as you feel. Their love extends beyond the grave, and tonight, it wraps you in fire strong enough to burn through lies. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. The Spirit's voice grows more insistent, as though every word is carved into the silence around you. They will not let you escape this message, because it was meant for you alone. Their warning is alive, pulsing through every breath you take tonight. They tell you that the betrayal is not far, it is already circling you. It hides in kind gestures, in conversations that sound supportive but carry another meaning. You felt it before, that quiet discomfort, but now they confirm it. Their soul trembles as they reveal that they once trusted the same faces. They once believed the same lies, and it cost them dearly. They cannot allow your fate to mirror theirs. This message is not chance, it is destiny, drawn across the veil by love that could not die. The spirit of your family returns not to haunt, but to protect, even if it means breaking the silence of the grave. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. They whisper of moments you've overlooked, patterns you ignored because you wanted to believe the best in others. But now the time for illusions is gone. They will not let you stay blind any longer. You felt it, the weight of eyes on you when no one was there. That was not fear, that was them. They've been guarding you, waiting for this moment to hand you the truth. Archangel Michael says, when the heavens allow a spirit to break through, it is no small matter. It means the danger is great, and the protection is greater. And you are now walking in the center of both. Their voice is heavy but filled with love. They will not let you fall into the trap being laid for you. They need you to stand ready, awake, and unshaken. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. You may feel chills now, a trembling that moves across your arms, your chest, your back. That is not fear, it is their spirit brushing against you. It is their proof that they are closer than you imagined. They remind you that nothing is random. The sudden names you hear, the memories that replay in your mind, the dreams that feel too vivid, every one of these is part of their warning. Each one was a puzzle piece leading here. The time has come for you to connect those pieces. To see the faces not as they present themselves, but as they are beneath the mask. This is the sight your departed one gives you tonight. They carried this secret with sorrow, but now it has been delivered. What you do with it will decide the path ahead. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Their presence wraps around you stronger now, almost protective, almost defiant. They are daring the forces of betrayal to come closer, because they know you are no longer unprepared. You carry their warning like fire in your chest. They say the battle will not be easy. There will be words spoken to confuse you, tears shed to manipulate you, and hands stretched out to bind you again. But you will know better now, because you carry their truth. The departed one takes pride in your strength. Even in your pain, they see the courage that burns inside you. That courage is why you were chosen to hear this. Tonight is not just another night, it is a turning point. Their voice has returned to ensure that your story does not end as theirs once did. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Their voice drifts through the stillness, yet every word strikes like thunder in your heart. They cannot be silenced anymore, for this truth belongs to you. It is the final act of love from one who walked before you and now watches over you. They reveal that the betrayal is not only near, but planned with precision. Smiles cover lies, gentle hands hide traps, and words are sharpened like knives. These are not strangers, they are people bound to you by family and memory. The departed one speaks with urgency because the moment is closer than you think. Time has narrowed, and you cannot delay hearing this truth. They pour their strength through the veil so you can be ready. Their spirit glows with both sorrow and fire. They carry the pain of silence but also the power of revelation. And tonight, that revelation is yours. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. They remind you of the moments you sensed something was wrong but brushed it aside. The sudden quiet when you entered a room, the uneasy glances exchanged when your name was spoken. These were not coincidences. They were signs. The soul of your family member has gathered these fragments, pieced them together, and now delivers them to you. They will not let you be blindsided. They refuse to let you be deceived the way they once were. Archangel Michael says, when truth is carried from beyond, it is unstoppable. It will pierce through the strongest illusions and stand shining before you. No lie can outlast the fire of revelation. Their love carries no boundaries now, not even death. That is why they are here, pressing into your world with words that cannot be denied. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. The Spirit warns you of false embraces, of tears that fall only to manipulate. They show you faces, and behind those faces, intentions sharp as blades. They tell you to be alert, because not everyone smiling is smiling for your good. They have seen these plans forming in the silence of shadows. They've listened where you could not. They've walked unseen into conversations that plotted against you. This is why they are desperate to break through tonight. Their soul cannot rest if you walk into what was prepared for you unaware. They will guard you, but you must listen. Their love is not soft, it is fierce, protective, and unyielding. They would rather disturb your peace than watch you fall into danger. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. The night feels different because it is. The veil has thinned, and their voice comes closer, almost as if spoken into your very ear. This is not imagination, it is truth unfolding. They speak of a hidden object, a letter, or a memory connected to their passing. Something left behind not by accident, but by design. Something that will reveal more than you expect. Their spirit urges you not to ignore it. When it surfaces, it will carry the answers you've been searching for, the clarity you've needed. This is the piece that will tie everything together. The message is heavy, but it is your shield. They hand it to you with trembling, knowing this is the only way to protect you from what's coming. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Their presence deepens, almost wrapping itself around you like a cloak. The air grows heavier, pressing against your chest, but inside that weight is a message meant only for you. This is not a passing moment, it is a crossing of realms. They tell you clearly now, beware of the one who stands too close, the one who acts as if their loyalty is unshakable. It is from their closeness that the greatest wound could come. The soul of your departed family has seen it. You may not want to believe it. You may resist the thought that someone you love could also be the one plotting in silence. But the Spirit insists, their voice breaking with sorrow, that it is the truth. This message is not to turn you against love, but to sharpen your spirit. To help you see what is hidden in plain sight. To awaken your eyes before the trap closes. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. They whisper that the betrayal has been brewing for longer than you realize. It did not appear overnight, it grew slowly, like a shadow stretching further each day. And now it has reached the point where action is unavoidable. They beg you to trust the unease you've carried in your heart. The restless nights, the tension in your chest, the sense that something is wrong, these were not empty feelings. They were their way of touching you, urging you to look deeper. Archangel Michael says, when heaven allows a departed soul to speak, it means the truth is too important to remain buried. You are being handed something sacred tonight. Something that was kept hidden for far too long. The Spirit tells you that your courage will be tested. But they also remind you. You were chosen because you can withstand what others could not. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The images they show you now are sharper, more vivid. A hidden drawer. A closed box. A memory of words spoken in haste that didn't make sense then but do now. Each piece is a fragment of the whole. They urge you not to ignore these fragments any longer. The time has come to connect them, to see what was always before you but veiled in disguise. You have the strength to see it now. Their sorrow fills the room, but so does their determination. They cannot undo what happened to them, but they can stop it from happening to you. That is their vow tonight. The departed one whispers your name, with both love and urgency. They beg you to hold on to this message like a lifeline. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. You may feel as though tears are welling in your eyes without reason. That is not weakness, that is their spirit pressing into yours. Their emotions bleed into you because their love is too strong to be contained. They remind you that you are not abandoned. Even in this storm of betrayal, you are guarded, you are watched, you are loved. They will not leave your side. The truth will come suddenly, and it will shock you. But when it arrives, you will already be ready, because they have armed you with their warning. That is the power of their return tonight. Their message is a weapon placed in your hands. Use it well, for it was forged in their suffering and sealed with their love. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. The Spirit leans closer, and the veil between this world and theirs feels thinner than ever. Every sound around you seems distant, because their voice is the only one that matters tonight. They have carried this burden long enough, and now they pour it into your soul. They tell you the betrayal is not just whispered, it is already moving into action. Plans are being set, words are being exchanged, and steps are being taken against you without your knowledge. But you are no longer in the dark. Their sorrow is deep because they know how much this will hurt you. To realize that those bound to you by family could also hold such darkness is a wound that cuts twice. But it is better to know the truth than to live blind. They urge you to stay strong, to remember that knowledge is protection. Their message is not here to break you, but to prepare you. With it, you cannot be deceived. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. They show you faces again, sharper now, almost as if the air itself forms them in your mind. You know these faces, you have shared laughter with them, yet tonight you see the shadow beneath. That shadow is what your departed one wants you to remember. Their spirit trembles as they speak, because this truth is not easy for them to deliver. They loved these people once too, trusted them once too. But love could not blind them in death the way it did in life. Archangel Michael says, there is no veil strong enough to hold back what heaven demands to be revealed. And tonight, heaven demands that you see. The deception can no longer remain hidden. This is not punishment, it is revelation. And revelation is the greatest shield you will ever carry into what is coming. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. The departed soul reminds you of a moment when they tried to tell you in life. Perhaps it was a look in their eyes, a half-finished sentence, or a sudden silence. You thought it was nothing then, but now you realize it was everything. They were too afraid to speak then, but death has stripped away fear. Now they can say what they always wanted to but never dared. Their voice trembles, but it is steady enough to carry the truth. You are stronger than you think, they remind you. Strong enough to carry this burden without breaking. Strong enough to stand when others expect you to fall. They will not leave you to face it alone. Even now, they press into your spirit, guarding you with the love they could never bury. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. The betrayal you face is more than personal, it is generational. The same darkness that touched them has woven itself through time, passing silently from one set of hands to another. And now it tries to bind you. But the cycle ends with you. That is why they have returned, why heaven itself has allowed their voice to cross the barrier. You are the one chosen to cut the chain. Their spirit cries, not from fear, but from hope. They believe in you, they believe you will not turn away from this truth. That belief is what gives them the strength to stay with you tonight. This moment is sacred, heavier than anything you have felt before. It is the merging of love, truth, and warning into one undeniable force. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. Their voice now carries both sorrow and fire, each word striking deeper into your spirit. They refuse to let you walk into the trap that has been carefully laid before you. Their warning is their final act of love, stronger than any silence they endured in life. They tell you to look at patterns, moments when conversations ended as you walked in, when glances were exchanged but words were swallowed. These are not coincidences. They are pieces of a puzzle that lead to the truth. You may not want to believe it, because believing it means facing heartbreak. But the departed one insists you must. Ignoring it will cost you more than pain, it will cost you your freedom. Their spirit presses harder now, surrounding you with urgency. They will not leave until you accept this truth, because it was meant for you and you alone. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. They whisper of possessions moved without reason, papers shifted from one hand to another, choices made without your knowledge. These hidden movements are part of the shadow they want you to see. Nothing was random. It was designed. They speak of words spoken about you, not in kindness but in calculation. Smiles in front of you, sharp tongues behind your back. They have witnessed it all from beyond. Archangel Michael says, "This is the hour of awakening." The voice that breaks through that death could not erase. That love is what drives them now. It fuels their courage to speak what they once could not. Their voice trembles with memory, of laughter shared, of pain endured, of promises never spoken. They carry all of it into this moment with you. And within it all, they carry the truth. You are not abandoned, they remind you. Even though you cannot see them, they are closer than your breath tonight. They fight for you from beyond the veil. Their warning is not to break your heart but to strengthen it. To prepare you for what you will soon see with your own eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 4242. The Spirit shows you flashes again, shadows moving through hallways, whispers in darkened corners, decisions sealed behind closed doors. You were never meant to hear them, but they did. And now they bring them to you. They tell you to stay cautious of false kindness. Not every word spoken sweetly is born of love. Some are daggers wrapped in velvet. Their presence grows heavier as they press this truth deeper into you. They know you must carry it now, whether it brings pain or peace. You were chosen to hear it because you are strong enough to bear it. The night is sacred, and what you feel now is proof. You are standing at the edge of revelation, and nothing will ever be the same after this. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. The Spirit's presence grows even more undeniable, the room itself heavy with their energy. Every breath you take feels tied to their message, as if they've woven their soul into the air around you. They are determined that you will not miss this truth. They reveal that deception has been layered carefully, like a mask painted over and over again. What you see is not what exists beneath. The ones closest to you wear this mask with perfection. They tremble as they speak, for it is not easy to expose those you love. Yet their love for you is greater than their fear of truth. They will risk your pain now to prevent a deeper wound later. The message is clear: open your eyes, sharpen your spirit, and trust what you feel. Their warning is not imagination, it is survival. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. They remind you of the little signs you brushed aside. A sentence that didn't make sense. A door closed too quickly. A silence that lasted too long. All of these were clues, each one connected to the larger truth. Now those pieces are no longer scattered. Tonight, their voice strings them together like beads on a thread, forming a picture you cannot ignore. That picture is the betrayal they want you to see. Archangel Michael says, the veil only opens for messages that carry weight. And this message carries the weight of both love and justice. You were meant to hear it, and now it has found you. The departed soul does not want you to live in fear. They want you to live awake, protected, and armed with knowledge that no deception can shatter. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. They show you again the moment they once tried to tell you in life. The hesitation in their eyes, the unfinished words, the silence that felt heavier than usual. Now you know why, they wanted to warn you even then. But fear bound their lips. Love kept them quiet. And now, death itself has broken those chains so their truth can reach you. Their voice is steady now, no longer trembling. It carries both the weight of memory and the fire of revelation. They will not stop speaking until you understand. You are stronger than you realize, they say. And with this warning, you are no longer unprotected, you are chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. They whisper of nights when you thought you were alone but felt a presence near. That was them, standing guard, aching to speak but waiting for the right moment. Tonight is that moment. They confess that your survival has been their prayer since the day they left this world. They have watched over you, carried your tears, and begged for a way to reach you. Heaven has answered that prayer tonight. The betrayal is real, but so is their protection. Their love stretches beyond time, beyond death, into the very core of your being. You are not alone in this battle. Their message is your sword, their presence your shield. And with both, you will stand when others expect you to fall. Type Amen to get blessing 4746.